What's going on, my guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Garrett with Game by the Beach. Very excited to be here with you today because we're going to be bringing you one of my very best decks, which I think I've had a little bit of variable in that aspect over the last couple of weeks. I've been playing around with a lot of Sword. We're going back to Night Statue, and in today's video, we are going to be proving why Night Statue is better than Sword. Guys, grab your coffee, grab your device, and let's head on down to Game by the Beach. Welcome back once again, fellas. We're going to be jumping into my favorite deck currently. So we've been playing around with a lot of different Inquis decks, especially ones that have Sword in them, okay? I'm here to talk about why Night Statue is better than Sword. Okay, so these are the talents we're going to be rocking with. We're going right side talent for our Inquis, Knight of Darkness. Night Statue doesn't have talents. Left side, Fairy of Growth. Nothing else has talents. We're actually going to throw our Spear in here. I think everything else looks good. But guys, Night Statue is just objectively more consistent than Sword, especially if Sword is not above level 9. But make sure that you guys are subscribed. If you guys are going to be getting the Premium Pass or the Hero Tavern Pass that just reset, make sure that you're using code BEACH. And let's jump into the first game of the morning. In we go, and we have found an opponent rocking Sword. So this is exactly what we needed, okay? So Inquis with Shield, we should be pretty well protected from Sword for the most part. Okay, we're going to level up our Inquis right away. His Cultist is level 11. He's going Harbinger and Cleansing Sacrifice, which are my two favorite talents for Cultist, although I still feel like Cultist is just relatively weak. I think it's really cool, the talents that are added. I think they work well. I think they're fun. I think they're unique. I also just think they're a little bit weak. Unique and weak, unfortunately. But either way, we're going up against Sword, and we're going to be talking about Night Statue to where you're just going to be more consistently outputting damage. I've been going up against a lot of this matchup where it's Inquis versus Inquis, but mine's Night Statue, his is Sword. And even if Sword, even if they're running Banner and they're running Sword and they get to the critical damage, it just seems like the further you level up Night Statue, a max Night Statue trumps a max Banner plus Sword, okay? But let's just check out what we can do in this game. So we got Gorgon first off. I'm going to level up my Inquis a couple of times. Let's check out what equipment my guy's rocking. He does have mana robes. I can actually feel the mana robes already just because we would have had a bunch of mana. We have about 1,000, which seems a little bit low, but he's got Kingdom of Light set and Kingdom of Light there. There's the Forest faction. I hate that the sets are different than what they are connected to. It doesn't make any sense to me, but Mana Robes as well as Amulet of Growth. All three are Kingdom of Light oriented, but Magic Council, I guess, is Cultist even Magic Council? I don't really know. Let's hit our gadget. 8 seconds. No, it's Dark Domain. 6 seconds. Wait a minute. Why do we have a rank 2 Harlequin? What even happened there? How did we rank units up? Did I merge something by accident? I have no idea, but either way, we're going to be protected. We'll take out our Inquis and then look to get an Inquis on a square. That's pretty much the extent of my priority. So we're going to go here. We're going to go all in on ranking our mans up. We're going to spam a little bit here. We're going to go right there. I guess we'll go Inquisitors. We'll do that as well. We'll go over here. We'll keep on spamming. I haven't played this exact deck in a while. It seems a little bit interesting to do so. And we really don't need to focus on so many Dryads. So I might just, protect a couple of them. Work to get a Night Statue on my Inquisitor, and then we can go from there. Another Gorgon's not a problem. He doesn't have, like, any swords on his board. And, yeah, I think this is a really solid start. He's going to merge those out right there. I wish it showed how far along his sword upgrades were for his benefit and for mine. It's something that's certainly worthwhile. But either way, it's not there. I'm just going to level up a couple of those to keep a couple on my board. I'll do another one right there. I'm still working to get an Inquiz on, or an Inquiz next to a Knight statue. There's a second Knight statue. Shouldn't be a problem, but as soon as I do so, I'm going to scrapper pretty much everything and just continue to try and level up our Inquiz to max, as well as get that Knight statue up as close to max as possible, too. 12 seconds. There goes all of our Dryads. We're back to protected. We have 14 stacks already, which I think is really great, and I think that's one of my favorite parts of this deck, is you can do things in a progression. So you get an Inquiz, you get it on a square. You get an Inquiz as high rank as possible. You get a Knight statue next to that Inquiz. And then you can use all of your Harlequins and Dryads to just get a ton of stacks for that Inquiz. So let's try and find a Knight statue. We only have one square to do so. And we really do need to find a Knight statue next to him, because we could always do that. Not the end of the world if we did. But not having a Knight statue, you can fall off really, really quick. Even if my Inquiz is a rank 4, if I don't get a Knight statue next to him, it could be a little bit problematic, to say the least, in just getting, trying to fight off Bedlam. Okay, we got to be prepared. But I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I hope they're enjoying a little bit of high-level gameplay. I like to go back and forth, fellas, between playing weird decks, trying out the new Forest Alliance faction and everything like that, and then also, you know, putting out some decks on high-level gameplay. If I don't get a Knight statue right here, right now, I'm copying this, because we need a little help, to say the least. So we're gonna do that. That should be pretty good to work all the way back, but you can see how much damage he's outputting. 9 seconds, 8 seconds, a little bit scary, to be perfectly honest. I don't like that guy's a copy, but I wasn't about to have Bedlam have a chance of switching me. That would have been a nightmare, okay? So here we go, taking out 300. Shouldn't be a problem right there. I'm going to hit my Gadget. I'm going to max out my Inquiz. And we got another Gorgon, so I'm honestly going to first max out my Knight statue. And then I'm going to just hold tight, hang tight, and build up a bunch of mana. Once we're done with Gorgon, I'm going to be a little bit more focused on maybe finding another Knight statue rather than the copy. I don't think it matters, but just aesthetically, it makes me feel a little bit better. And then that way we can pretty much combine everything else out and continue to level everybody up. Because we got 17 stacks. He's got a full board. The only thing that's not full is that guy. He could move that down and continue to work. He doesn't have any to his max sword. Let's see if he ever does. Where is he at? 3-3. I don't know where his middle, like this guy could be a high. Neither of those guys got hit on that last one, so they could be a pretty high stack. We just don't really know at the moment. I'm going to keep working on my Gadget. That guy's on a square and on a Gadget tile. And we're now upwards of 4,000 mana. So we should be in a pretty good spot after Gorgon. So let's spam a little bit. We got a guy over there. Let's. I'm going to do that for starters. We're going to copy our mans. We're going to go here. We're going to go here as well as here. I'm going to eat these guys. I'm going to spam all these guys out. Doesn't matter to me. We'll do that. We'll do that. Let's see if we can find another Dryad. I'd like that. Boom. We'll eat that guy. Okay. We've got some more Inquisitors, so we're not protected as of right now, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to just keep on going with scrappering and stacking, and we've got Dark Priest, so let's actually hold off a little bit on scrappering just because we want to make sure that we have as minimal Inquisitors on our board just to protect a little bit from Dark Priest, but we are going to have that shield. But you can notice, okay, so that middle one has a 4 stack for sword. So he'd have to do a heck of a lot of work in order to get that man. I'm just going to eat that because it's really not worth it to keep that on our board. He would have to do a whole heck of a lot of work in order to get that max, that middle cultist to to a full stack on his sword. So I'm just going to keep on scrappering here. We do have Tribunal coming up next, so I'm not going to bother with any type of absorbs. We're not going to worry about absorbs for this wave. We're just going to go full on with scrappering. I'm only going to do one more because the only positive thing that can happen right now is if I hit that Knight statue next to us. Other than that, we already maxed out our Inquiz, so right there, perfect, perfect, perfect. He took a hit, 19 seconds. As soon as Cultist falls off, there's little that he could do. He's trying to get that rank 4 Harlequin to turn into something. Maybe he could do a little, 8 seconds. He might be able to hold on for the rest of this wave, but we've got 5 units on our board. Max Inquiz, rank 6 Knight statue. Hopefully that Knight statue doesn't take a hit because we are going to take a hit from Tribunal here. Little bit of a bummer there, but not the end of the world. I'm honestly going to just hang out. Whoa, that was almost close. And this is going to be a GG. There's nothing he can do about this. Hit him with a good game. We didn't even have to get to the point where, yeah, but he's cheersing me. I'll hit him with the cheers. I want to be pieced out. That's okay. I'll still hit him with the cheers. Nothing more that we really needed to do. But if we were playing against an Inquiz player and the game was going to continue, we were only on like 3 of our 4 steps for that game. We got our Inquiz to where we wanted to. The rest of the game, we're using Harlequins to just spam out Inquizes, getting our Dryads to keep those Inquizes, and keep on getting those stacks. I don't even know where we finished on stacks. Maybe I can see it at the very end. 26, okay? I've had games where I'm upwards of 50, 60, 70, 100 even. So that would be the next step if he was playing an Inquiz. But 1 win in the books, win in PvP. Thank you very much. Let's jump into one more game and see if we can continue to show off Knight statue versus sword. Back in we go. We're actually going Knight statue versus Knight statue, which, you know what? This is at least, I keep wanting to say rank 3. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not rank 3. 3rd talent Blade Dancer, probably a max Blade Dancer with 3rd talents. I think this will be a good matchup, okay? It's not Knight statue versus sword. It's Knight statue versus Knight statue. But I think either way, this is going to be a pretty good matchup. So I'm going to just level up my Inquiz a couple of times. I used to not do this, but ever since they made the monsters a little bit tougher, or maybe it's because they nerfed Inquiz a little bit since the update, I always want to increase my mana upgrade of Inquiz right in the beginning, unless it's Puppeteer, just so that we can take out those monsters a little bit better, make sure that those monsters are as close to our portal as possible, and then kind of just go from there. So with Tribunal, we're protected with that 1 Inquiz. I have half a mind to do that. I actually probably will. The only bad thing that could happen if I rank this out is that I get another Inquisitor, and then there's a 50-50 shot that he will try and take away this unit, and I'll lose my shield. That would be a real big shame. The chances are pretty low because there's, a 20% chance that I'll merge this and it'll turn into a Inquiz. And then after that, there's a 50% chance that it'll hit that. So is it worth it? Maybe not. The only other side of it would be that I leave these 2 and we lose 2 units rather than 1 if it hits both of these guys, which is possible. What's the chances of that? So I don't know. I'm not going to keep on going into statistics, but let's just keep hitting our gadget. We're back to, we only have 2 tiles on our board to where we can actually get our Inquiz. So this guy is no bueno because he's got a debuff tile and a buff tile. Don't want to deal with that. So we'll just hang tight here, see what the chances are. That's what I didn't want to happen, but not the end of the world. Let's spam. I'll just do that. I'll do this. We'll do that. We'll do this. Boom. 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 Okay. So now we can go here. We got our man on the tile that we like. These guys are going to get absorbed, so I don't mind that at all. And yeah, I think this is a pretty good spot. Okay, we can just eat these guys when we get a chance. We're going to have a couple of rank 2 scrappers, which is not the end of the world. But we should be able to get this guy up to a rank, a really nice high rank pretty early on. The only thing that I noticed, since he's got a high-level Blade Dancer, he's actually scaring me a little bit with how fast he's taking things out. And look how slow we're taking things out. So I'm actually not going to level this guy up with scrappers quite yet. My goal now, get a Knight statue next to him. Okay, we're going to have to. So we're going to get that knight statue nice and ranked up. We got a couple more inquises that are there. I'm going to just spam a little bit more because we have the option. I'm going to do that and that, which is really not problematic. We're going to go there. Kind of wish I didn't do that just because we're going to have to wait even longer now. But we shouldn't have a problem against Puppeteer here. It would be very, very, very surprising if we were not able to take out Puppeteer before it moved us. But we've got a rank 4 on a rank 4. Yes, one more knight statue would be worthwhile, but I want to have as high a chance as possible to get these guys, to get my Inquis to 5, 6, 7, so on. And I think just waiting right now is the best chance, because I'm just going to eat these Dryads. That's all I'm going to do, which is a little unfortunate that we have to eat the Dryads, but shouldn't be a problem. So we're just going to do that. I'll just do that. What the heck? What's the worst that can happen? We're going to do that. We'll do that. Okay, we got an Inquis over there. Okay, let's just eat that. I don't care about the stacks right now. We're just going to go straight in on scrappering. If this guy does get hit, I can rank him up, so it's not the end of the world. We're just leveling up our knight statues right now. Again, not really a problem, but I'm glad that we've got 2 knight statues right now, which are continuing to get leveled up, because Grandmaster is actually pretty brutal. And if we go up against Grandmaster, it could be a really big problem. So let's just, I'm going to do a little trick right here to where I'm just going to level this guy up, and I'm going to eat that, and I'm going to eat that. Unfortunately, we got another Dryad that we could have used as a booster. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to level up my knight statue right now. But I think we're in a pretty good spot. And as soon as we max out either one of those units, we're going to be able to go full on with our absorbs, which I really want to show off because we haven't really been able to throughout this game. But remember, when we're going up against Blade Dancer, you're always going to be up against it early on, okay? The toughest part of the game is going to be early on in the game because Blade Dancer just outputs so much single target damage, okay? But once you get into the meat of the game a little bit further, through the middle, through the end, then you can start to shine with your Inquis a little bit. We haven't even looked at his equipment. Let's check it out. Very good equipment. So that level 6 legendary is very, very scary. We want to be very well aware of that. Let's go back through on scrappering. I might as well, just because I have an Inquis there. Let's just absorb a couple of these, get closer towards that. All right, that's fine by me, I guess. Get closer towards 10 stacks, kind of go from there. Another scrapper is fine. Bedlam in 28 seconds, so I'm going to just copy this when I get a chance, which should get us to 10 stacks total, which isn't great, but it's better than 0. I don't even really know what I want to do with that guy. He's kind of stuck. I guess I'm just going to do that. Why the heck not? Just get rid of him for now. Let's see what else we can get. I'm going to hold off on doing anything there, anything there. I'm going to eat that. And just to note, we're at 4 scrappers. So the next scrapper we do is going to be an upgrade. So A, we want to wait until all those Inquises go away. B, I don't want to combine rank 1 scrappers because then I have the chance of it upgrading whatever the heck I get from that merge out. So we're definitely going to get another unit on our board. We're absolutely going to eat it. It's going to upgrade our Inquis. Now I can scrap that way. And with all these rank 2s, kind of unfortunate. So let's try and get a couple more Inquises. We're going into absorb mode now. Absorb mode, which means we want to find some Dryads to keep some of these Inquises because we got a bunch, which is great. We're going to get a ton of absorbs here. And they're all going to go away before Puppeteer. But I want to make sure that we have some later on too. So we just got a bunch right there, but now they're all gone, which is kind of sad. And now we get that Dryad that we were waiting for. So I think the best plan of attack is just hit Gadget, build up some mana. Puppeteer, last thing we want is Puppeteer to move us. We already have a max Inquis on a 6, which is really good. 17 absorbs. Let's try and push for 50. Push for, I want to get a lot. I want to get a lot, and keep on pushing the issue here. I feel like we've already had our fair share of game in here, fellas. We are going in right now. So we shouldn't have any problem there. Let's level up a couple of these guys. I'm going to merge that out. I'm actually going to do that as well as this. Don't mind that at all. And we can continue to do some more Inquises here. Let's hold off for now. Actually, nope. We have a Dryad, an extra Dryad. I'm definitely going to level those up because the more you have, the more Inquises you have that are there to stay after the absorb, the better. Okay, so we've got 4 more that are going to get absorbed. We got another Inquis right there. I'm going to hit my gadget, which we have the active ability. Let's make sure that we don't have any Inquises left because we do have King Pudding coming up next. King Pudding, and I always forget what that next one is. Let's try and pay attention to what it is when it actually comes. But we should be able to get a couple of absorbs. I might even eat the rank 2s that should be rank 1s just to ensure that we don't have any extra Inquises left, which is a little bit of a shame, to be perfectly honest. But it's better to not have this guy get hit by King Pudding than get a couple extra absorbs later on. We got 5,800 mana right now. Don't you dare do something. Okay. Oh, very weird. All right, let's spam. We got a bunch here. Let's level these guys up right away. I really want to merge out Scrappers, but we don't have the luxury yet. Oh, I didn't need to do that. I didn't even notice that we had... Let's see what this Lion hits. All right. 37 seconds. He's fallen off a little bit. We're going to have to go up against Dark Priest and then Virus. So let's make sure that we have no Inquises on our board. I don't want to get hit by Dark Priest. Certainly don't want to get hit by Virus. 20 seconds to go. I think we're going to just build mana here. And right after Virus completely goes away, if it hits one of my Scrappers, I'm going to try and merge it out immediately and see what happens. I don't want to spam before Virus, but I can merge it out and then try and figure it out from there. These are rank 3s. Pretty much anything that we get would be okay unless it's a Night Statue. Then we're just going to have to do a little bit of work in order to try and get rid of that Night Statue, but Dark Priest is really not the end of the world. He should get hit by a bunch of stuff, which is not going to be great for him. That guy's fine. That guy's fine. Let's see what Virus hits. It hits my Night Statue, which it can't really go anywhere. He is virused right now, which is really bad for him. Let's try and hold off on our gadget to until an opportune time. I'm going to hit it now just to try and take out Vortex a little bit better. We are killing him a little faster, but it still makes me nervous just how fast Blade Dancer works, man. But Virus is really bad. He's taking that out really slow. He's now working on his Bannerlord. We took it out. He's still working on it, but he'll work back pretty quickly. Yep, he's working back, fellas. We're going to hang out 24 seconds. We got another Virus and then Tamer. There's a hit, though. Still has to deal with Virus over there. 15 seconds is a long time to try and hang on. 10, we're taking out Vortex right now. 8, 7, 6. Again, Virus is going to be really problematic for him, too. And that is the game. Hit him with a good game. 3,500 crit. I feel like I've really not been noticing the crit pop up anymore. I know sometimes it doesn't pop up if there was like a little bit of lag in the game or something weird happened, but that's a big win. I understand that it's Blade Dancer versus Inquiz, where Inquiz typically has the advantage, but a level 6 legendary sword, legendary hunter's jacket, 3,500 crit, only a level 13 Blade Dancer with the 3rd talent. That was definitely a battle, and I think we could have continued to fight there as long as we got some more absorbs, which I definitely can be a little bit more aggro with, but that's something that I'm working on, guys. That is going to be the end of this YouTube video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll check you guys out in tomorrow's video.